Welcome to the Armani Talks YouTube channel, the #1 YouTube channel for you to level up your communication skills, learn the art of public speaking, social skills, and digital content creation to take your message to the world. If you're new to this channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button right on below for the latest videos regarding how to communicate with confidence. For today's episode, we are going to be talking about the easiest way to build thick skin. Now, if you're like most people, you know the traditional way to build thick skin, which is by doing a lot of challenging tasks, stretching past your comfort zone. So if you're someone that hates public speaking, then what are you gonna do? You're gonna give one speech and another and another and another. And as you progress in your journey, you're gonna be a completely different person than you were when you first started. Your skin is going to toughen up. You're basically taking your emotional muscles to the gym over and over again until you strengthen up. So this is the traditional way to build thick skin, and this is a way that I completely endorse. But did you know that there was also another route as well? And this route is much, much easier. This route, you're doing absolutely nothing. And you may be thinking, wait a minute, Armani, you're telling me I could build thick skin by doing absolutely nothing? Yes, I am telling you that. And at this point, you're probably looking at me like I have 3 heads. But fear not, I'm gonna share a story with you right now, which may seem strangely relatable to you in your life, and it's going to help you change your paradigm. And when you understand the lesson from the story, you'll understand that sometimes the best way to build thick skin is by doing absolutely nothing. So this was in my early 20s, and I was entering the whole business world. My first ever business model was the Amazon route. And I had a business partner named Tom as well. Tom and I were very different. Tom was the guy who loved doing the technical, low-level detail work. And me, I like to do the high-level overview work where I'm dealing with people. So we were like a match made in heaven in terms of business. Well, it came to a point where Tom, he was going to be going overseas for the next few weeks, and we weren't quite too sure if he was going to have a stable internet connection. So we needed to make sure that our listing was up ASAP before Tom left. So we collaborated, and Tom said, listen, Armani, I'm going to take care of the listing. I'm going to do the keyword research, make the descriptions and all of that. And all you need to do is get the pictures and get them edited and looking nice for our listing. Sounded easy enough. So we go our own ways and began our process. So I go on Upwork. And I create a job posting for designers that can edit the pictures. But there's one problem. I have zero clue how much a project like this costs. Like absolutely zero. I don't know if I'm supposed to charge $5 a pic or $500. Like I literally have no clue. So I decided to go in the middle range, and in the description box, I wrote that the price is subject to change. Let's talk. If you're interested in the project, we'll worry about the money soon, but let's just talk, get the conversation going, and the money is subject to change. And when I do that, I officially make the job posting live. And soon enough, we get a flurry of different proposals coming in. A flurry of them. And a bunch of them are crap. But there's a few that stick out, and they're perfect for the project. And there's this one fellow, his name is Giorgio. Giorgio has insane reviews. He's generated tons and tons of businesses already. And he's an amazing portfolio as well. I decided I'm gonna hit up Giorgio. So I got Giorgio on the phone, and we start chatting. I start doing a little interview on him. And the call is going well. But if you ask me, it's going a little too well. But I was like, nah, Armani, you're just overthinking it. So we keep going, and eventually an hour and 10 minutes has passed on by, and I realized that Giorgio is the perfect fit for this project. Absolutely perfect. And I decided to extend the offer to him. Once I extend the offer, there's this silence. Silence out of nowhere. And Giorgio responds with, hey, Armani, I'm not gonna be accepting this offer, especially from a cheap clown like you. And he hangs up. But to make matters worse, he blocks me. The dude really blocks me. And at this point, I am heated. I'm a young 20-year-old at this point, so I am completely immature. I'm a loose cannon at this point. And at this stage, I'm like, yo, fuck all the other tasks I have to do. I have to somehow get revenge on Giorgio. I have to get revenge. Otherwise, I don't know how I'm gonna live with myself. So I started brainstorming. I started using a lot of creative power to formulate this revenge. And after an hour, I would say an hour of my time, I finally have the perfect idea. So at this point, I create a brand new Upwork profile. I have an anonymous picture. And I create a new job posting, which is very, very lucrative. And guess who I invite to the job posting? Yes, our boy Giorgio. By the time I get Giorgio on, Giorgio is eager. He can't believe a guy like me, this rich, wealthy guy, is asking him to do the project. But before I say, like, listen, before I hire you full time, I want to get a sample of your work. Here's a little mock of what I want you to create. Go ahead and create it. How long is it going to take you? He said it's going to roughly take him an hour. Perfect. So after an hour later, he comes back with the picture and he says, here you go, sir. Here is the picture. Now, when can we start working together? And at that point, I say, hey, I just want you to know, this is Armani, the guy that you just blocked a few hours ago, and I want you to know that I will never work with a backstabber like you. Then I blocked him. At that point, I felt so relieved. That revenge had gotten very, very smoothly. And around that same time, Tom calls me to see what my update is. And I give Tom a whole update of what just went down, a huge update, and I'm hoping for a pat on the back. But Tom was pretty pissed at me. He's like, Armani, so you've wasted the past 3 hours doing absolutely nothing, huh? And I had no clue what Tom was saying. Didn't Tom understand that I had successfully executed my revenge? Didn't he see that I had won? I won. But did I though? What did I win? I wasted 3 hours of my time. I let this stranger that I've never met in my life get under my skin. And to make matters worse, I had no pictures to show for it. I didn't win. I lost. And that day, I learned a very, very big life lesson that I carried with me throughout most other elements of my life. And that is the power of ignoring. Remember earlier how I said that there's 2 ways to build thick skin? One is by taking your emotional muscles to the gym, really, really being active. And then the second route is by doing absolutely nothing. Well, the second route, the way to do absolutely nothing is by ignoring. Yes, ignoring. Ignoring is a skill set that you can learn, practice, and master. And if I had just done that, if I had just done that with Giorgio, who had really wasted my time and gotten under my skin, but instead of plotting this revenge and wasting all that time, all that emotional currency, all my creative energy on him, and I just ignored him and found another person, then I would have just wasted 1 hour rather than 3. So in your journey, I want you to understand that it's not just one or the other. You want to be someone who's actively seeking challenges to go past your comfort zone, and you also want to master the art of ignoring. A lot of problems in your life happen because you care about opinions a little too much. But the beauty about ignoring is every single time that you're able to ignore, you are able to get a stronger hold of your emotional world. Opinions mean just that much less to you. And if you keep doing it over and over again, your thick skin is going to build over time. There's a lot of exponential progress from doing this method over and over again. And the beauty is that you can literally do this method throughout your day-to-day activities. If you're stuck in traffic and there's a person that just cuts you off, rather than going in road rage mode, just ignore them. Say you're having a one-on-one interaction with someone and the other person cuts you off and just switches topics. Rather than throwing a hissy fit, just ignore and make sure that the interaction still goes smoothly. Say you get a really mean comment on your latest Instagram post. Rather than clapping back, just ignore. And each time that you ignore, each time your emotional muscles get stronger and stronger and stronger. And over time, you're going to feel like a brand new person. I mean, this is something that's very, very magical as well. Because when I say you feel like a brand new person, you really feel like a brand new person. I mean, things that would bother my early 20s self, nowadays, it's not even noticeable to me. It really isn't even noticeable to me at all. And you may be wondering, you're probably wondering, is thick skin really that important for communication skills, Armani? Yes, it is. Thick skin is what is going to separate the good communicators, the average communicators, the bad communicators from the legendary ones. The legendary ones are able to constantly go past their comfort zone time and time again, over and over again. Why? It's because they don't care about opinions like that. It's because they have bulletproof thick skin. Thick skin that basically serves as a shield to them. It's a shield with their dreams and their external world. And when you can get that, you'll realize that thick skin really is a superpower. It takes your communication skills to a brand new level. As the famous saying goes, my friend, the thicker the skin, the less the stress. So quit stressing yourself out. This is the easiest thing that you can possibly do in your life. Absolutely nothing. Just ignore and redirect your focus to something else, much more productive, and I guarantee you'll change as a person. Now, if you enjoyed today's episode and you love tips like this on communication skills and how to interact with others in a much more efficient way, then you definitely want to check out the Armani Archives Social Dynamics Edition. In this Armani Archives Social Dynamics Edition, I give you a lot of principles on how to effectively carry yourself in the social world. One being how to effectively ignore and redirect your focus, how to be more charismatic, and how to communicate your message confidently without all that hesitancy. If you're interested, hop on over to the description box, click that link, and grab your copy today. Thank you, my friend, for joining the Armani Talks YouTube channel, and I will catch you next time.